Hello, hello everyone. Happy Monday. It's time to play with paint. One of my favorite things. So say hello when you pop on. Let's see if I can find it on my iPad. There it is. Make sure it's turned down so I don't hear myself. Let's see. Get it sprinkled. Sorry, I can't talk and type at the same time. All right. Hi, Pat. Welcome. How are you today? Okay. So let's see. I don't have many exciting things to say today. As a way of an intro, I've had kind of a rough weekend. Just splayed off almost completely a piece of my finger here yesterday working on a quilt. And I've never done that with a rotary cutter before. In all my years of quilting, never done that. Well, there's a first time, I guess. And it just so happens that this is the quilt I was working on the day before when I fell and broke my leg. So this thing has not been nice to me. Hi, Shelly. Welcome. I did get some of the blocks put together. I have the rest of them pressed today and ready to sew up. Hopefully tomorrow I will get to those. So today I was on an adventure. Oh, thank you. It's going to get better. We only had one Band-Aid in the house when I did it. And so it was just bleeding through. So I grabbed a coffee filter and some electrical tape and put that around it. And so it held up very, very well. I even showered and it didn't get the Band-Aid wet. The coffee filter was just getting damp. But it worked fairly well, and I put new Band-Aids on it. I went today and bought Band-Aids and put new Band-Aids, and I can see where it's bled again, but it's gonna happen. It'll heal. It'll heal. Thank you. Hi, Tracy. I appreciate it. And then I was sitting down, and I wanted to make some silver. I've made gold stars before with beads and wire. I don't know. Let me grab one. They're actually pretty easy. This is what they look like. And it's just, I would recommend, I know this is how I did it the first time, is I bought, you know, the flat wire in the package. I bought that, and then I spread on the gold beads, and then you take a cookie cutter and you just bend it so it shapes, and then you just fasten off the top any way you want it. And I did put a loop on here, but ordinarily I don't, because I like to just sit them in the tree. And so I had some gold ones, but I'd never made silver, so we went to town today and I bought some wire, but I thought, oh, I don't remember what wire I got. And I got some that was on a spool, and so it, wants to curl and all of that. And that's when I remembered I bought the straight pieces last time. They're in a long package. I don't know, maybe they're 14, 16 inches long. I can't remember. And it makes it much easier than when you're trying to deal with the curly wire like I use. But they turned out and they look pretty in the tree. So I did that some today, and then I prepped this. I've got Shelly, your tumblers will be done tomorrow. That glitter's driving me crazy. I cannot get a nice smooth feel on the tumbler. So hopefully today would be the last coat of epoxy. So watch for that. I will message you the link to the Etsy listing. And so it was kind of a quiet day. Like I said, we spent part of the day in town and then got home and had some lunch, and then I started working on things. And I was eating lunch today. We had made homemade pizza yesterday, and I'm cutting my pizza, flops right on my sweatshirt. So it's like, well, there goes that. I'll need to spray that. So I've just had a rough couple days here. So we're hopeful that tonight goes better. I have done some fun things. Hi, Diana. Let's show you. I want to try to work with that chunky glitter without having such a fit, but I have been using it. Hi, Pam. In bookmarks. It works really well for me in bookmarks. And this is one, it's not ready to marble yet tonight, so we're not going to, but it just came out of the mold. But I thought, oh, I'll just use that chunky stuff up in bookmarks since it does well. And I love bookmarks, so. So that was about my weekend. I don't know. Seems like I did more than that. I crocheted quite a bit, but I couldn't do much yesterday. This was hurting really badly when I did it. And now look at my iPad's frozen already. Lovely. So once I turn this down, I may not be able to see your comments, but I will try to keep track because the video is completely frozen already. So let's put you down, and tonight we're going to do, I have one epoxy piece. Sorry, I've got to get down here and look. And then the rest is going to be fabric. The fabric squares from the charm pack that I marbled before turned out so well that I want to do some more, but I don't want to, I'm not sure what color that I want to do them in. I thought, oh, I'll do something for St. Patrick's Day, and I thought, well, I can really do them in whatever colors that I want, but I don't know what I want. I love the pink, but I know I won't get the same colors because I didn't write it down what colors I used. So I'm thinking I might use like an orange and a yellow and maybe a green. Any color suggestions out there? I don't know why I have such a hard time with this. Let's see. Maybe we'll use a little bit of this one too, and this one. Yeah, maybe we'll use that. So we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to decide. I'll get the colors down. And I got out the big tank. This is my tank that I do bandanas in. And, oh, you know what? I just changed my mind. I just changed my mind. I'm knocking all of the paint over. Let's do purple and teals. I think that would be fun. And I'll get this light purple out as well. Okay, I think it'll be a lot of fun for me to go to the quilt store and match that fabric. So this tank is 24 by 24. I got it to do bandanas and larger pieces of cloth. But I thought I just am doing the rest of that charm pack, and I thought it's going to take forever to do it in the container that I do the deeper things in. So we're just going to do it here. Just putting down a white, this is acrylic paint just floating on the surface. Thank you, Ramona. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a good day. And we'll, ooh. All of our snow is now gone. It's been raining just a little bit today. We're supposed to get some more. I know I have some darker purple. Let me see if I can find that. There we go. That just doesn't react like it's supposed to. So I did that one. Now let's do this one. I love the snow. I always look forward to it. Reminds me, you know, when I used to ski, and I haven't skied. My daughter, my oldest, will be 36 tomorrow. So everybody wish Dara a happy birthday. And I haven't skied since I found out I was pregnant with her. So it's been a year or two, and now with my knee, the surgeon was not happy when I asked him about skiing. I know a lot of people get this injury by skiing. I want some more purple. I mean teal here, come on. We watched a lot of football. And my daughter went to the Pac-12 championship game in Las Vegas. They just got home really late last night. Isn't that interesting? This color is sinking a little bit. Now some of the lighter teal. This one's just coming out of the bottle just perfectly. I like having the different shades. It's going to make it a lot easier to find something that matches it. I have some bubbles here. All right. So I did a little paint pouring as I posted last week. And it was so fun. I need to epoxy, well, both pieces, the canvas and the lid. I put the lid on a little cup, and then I poured the paint on, and the runoff was the canvas underneath it. So it actually turned out pretty good. I was shocked by that. I found that there's a paint pouring class, one in Florida and one in Connecticut, by one of the ladies that I follow. I told my husband, I said, I think I want to go. He's just looking at me. I doubt I will. I've never been to either place, but... Hey, Angie, how are you? I haven't got to watch you in a while. here is, move my tumbler out of the way. Yeah, we were laughing that the other day. We're feeling so domestic. I've been making cakes from, homemade cakes and pies and canned the applesauce and made the jelly and all of that. And he made homemade pizza crust and we made homemade pizza yesterday. So it's just like, I don't know what kind of kick we're on here, but I know it's all good to know how to do. Okay, I'm just wiping off the pins here. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Shelley. Okay, and I have to swirl through. Ooh, maybe I should leave this one. I just have to be careful when I lift them out so I don't use my injured finger. I was working with those ornaments today and I kept putting pressure right where I cut it, which is right here. I just went, whoosh. So it's right there is where the injury is. And I kept putting pressure right in that spot. I was irritating myself. All right, there's 4. I want to do some layer cake pieces. Those are the 10-inch pieces. And I want to do some of those. I'm having a good time sewing, other than the mishap yesterday. I'm having a really good time sewing, so I thought, why not? I'm thinking, on the quilt that I'm working on, I cut off a lot of angled because I'm making those hearts. And I think if I sew the pieces together, that's not enough room, I can make little squares and then use that in the quilt, or maybe in the quilt back. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. All right. So now I will start pulling them out and putting them in a fresh rinse bucket. Let me get a baggie. Whoops, I'm getting my bandage wet. Gosh darn it. Keep forgetting. Well, it's going to have to be changed afterwards now. I was wondering how long it would take me to forget. completely filled my rinse or my drying rack. Yeah, it is pretty. This one color, I think I'll leave it out on the next one. Yeah, I've done that as well. These came pre-cut. I do have a big tank for yardage. Now that's really a pretty piece. And I do want to do different designs with each tank. So they'll be the same colors, except I don't think I'm going to use that one. The only thing is I can't do my layer cake in this colorway. I'm going to have to do something. It's more of an ecru than it is a white. And I just don't know if I would like it if in some of the places where there's no paint, you know, the white fabric will show through. And if it's some of it is ecru. All right. There we have the first batch done. When I can't really squeeze that finger to get the water out of my Band-Aid. I knew I was going to forget. This is so fun, and it doesn't really hurt unless I put pressure on it. So who has their Christmas shopping done? I looked at something today. But I haven't really done any. I feel like I'm so far behind. My middle daughter, I don't even know. I keep forgetting to text her to see what she wants. All right, there we go. So let's go round 2. Okay, get a paper towel. Of course, when I was decorating my youngest daughter's tree, I want to do it in her school colors. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, but I never would know what to get. Every now and then I'll get something like that. I've done that before and put it away and then forgot about it. But, I forgot what I was saying. But my middle daughter, I've got to text her. I usually think about it as I'm driving and as I'm falling asleep. All right, so this is the one. Oh, I bet not. Oh my gosh, Pam, I'm so sorry. I hope it's a good move, though. Let's use some of this one. This is the purple I wanted when I grabbed that other one. So this will be just slightly different. And now this. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, awesome. Congratulations, Pam. Oops. I am just ready to retire so I can play all the time, but this gets so expensive that I need to work to support my habit. Habits, I guess it's plural for me, because I like it all. All right, there's that. Now we need some teal in here. See, now look, do you remember how bold teal is? Let me get a dropper. This hole in this thing is so tiny. It's driving me crazy. I keep thinking that it's much later in December than it really is. I feel like I'm so far behind on everything. So this bunch will be freeform as much as and then I'll have to do one that is combed and then swirled, just because that's my very favorite. All right, so there's that. I'm going to set it back here so I don't knock it off because the lid is still off. And then we'll do this. This is the light teal. Yeah, I always stay busy. I'm getting so close to being done with my Afghan. I haven't tried it since I cut my finger, so I'm not sure I can crochet. And then I have, in the winter, I like to wear, you know, like an ear warmer thing, headband kind of ear warmer, when I go out instead of a hat, so my ears don't get cold. And so I bought yarn for that. I already have a yarn to make a kind of a red hat. Go back to knitting those, but all of that is going to depend on if my finger will allow me to run the yarn across it. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try it tomorrow. I think it actually should be okay. If not, I'll put a little electrical tape over it, and it should slide really easy over that without too much pressure. Just putting a little bit of a swirl in here. this is so fun. I also want to sew the bottom of my overalls that I marbled that denim for. All right, so let's get 10 more of these. Thank you, Shelley. I just wasn't sure, you know, I thought, well, I could do spring colors, I could do, you know, St. Patty's Day, and I thought, well, why don't I just do just colors that I like? Of course, I tried to refrain from pink, because the last batch was pink. Let's see, I've got to get, here's 6, 7, 8, 9. Got to get 4 more in here. All right, 1 more. All right, there we are. Look at that. So let's see how this did. Different bag. I'm doing them one at a time because I don't want to have to fish them out of the bottom of the bucket. Because the water generally goes up higher than I can push my sleeve. So that's why I do these one at a time. In the summer when I have short sleeves, it doesn't matter. That pink, the pink and black that I did, oh, it turned out so pretty on these others. That's what made me want to do this again. I just put them in the bag, just wet. That's a really pretty piece. Of course, you know, I think they're all very pretty. But I may be slightly biased. Okay, just a few more here. These are gonna go in a quilt. Look at the texture right there, that that made. That's interesting. I don't have anything in particular in mind for these yet, so I just may get another layer cake, or not layer cake, charm pack, and kind of make little zigzags like I did a couple years ago when I did that zigzag quilt, but I did those with 10-inch squares. Obviously, I'd have to use those and something else, or it'd be one tiny quilt. All right, there's those. Get my hand dried so I can touch the newspaper without it sticking to me. One thing I like about this tank is it's just the right size for one sheet of the Wall Street Journal. Oh, excuse me, I don't have to tear it in half or anything. Make sure all the bubbles are out from underneath there. All right, there we go. Have some bubbles here to pop. Okay, so here we go again. Let's do, how about we do a teal background this time? I can see the metallic from the gold and the silver we used last week. I bought the rest of the supplies for me to use that paper, and I'll go live when I do it. I have never done what I'm going to do before, so I'll share it with you and see if it turns out. I'm just filling the tank with the teal. This is the darker teal. Okay, now let's use the dark purple. Boy, that's just pretty just like that, isn't it? It almost looks pink this way. Okay, and now with the light teal, and then I will put in just a little bit of the white. And anywhere where there's a gap in color, just right here, the white fabric is going to show through. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this. All right. I have to get these out of the way. I find my magic wand here. And this is the one, I'm going to comb it and then I'm going to swirl it. If there's anyone on here who has questions about water marbling, if you are a new marbling artist, I will begin next month in January, a 1-hour Q&A session. If you're interested, please message me your email address and I will invoice you for it. The cost is $20 and we can sit there and I'll help you through any problems, any advanced techniques, anything. You're not obligated for any specific number. So, but I'd love to be able to help you. Okay, let's get this cleaned off. There we go. All right, so now we get to swirl. Oh, that's so pretty. All right, let me make sure my hands are dry here. I'll put down the last of the fabric. Thank you, Shelley. I apologize if my hat gets in the photo. Thanks, Ramona. Oops. Dropping everything into the rinse bucket here. Let me get the top back on the teal before I knock it off. All right.
Oh, the things you can do with custom fabric. It just makes my head spin with all the thoughts that I get. How many do I have left? Ugh. It's so hard to decide which swirls I want. All right, let me grab a bag. And I'll start pulling them off. I don't know where that funny texture is coming from. It looks kind of cool, but I don't know what's causing it. And I don't know if it's because there are some metallics in the water. Oh, that's a beautiful piece. It's so fun because all of these coordinate. They're not the same, but they coordinate. Same colors. I just put these in a different order. See here, I don't know if you can see a little bit of that texture right there. I don't know what's causing that, but it looks kind of cool. Once it dries, I'll get a good zoom in shot of it. And see if the texture stays. Oh, that's a pretty one. Do I say that about each one? I think I have. When I emptied the rinse bucket from last week, it was so funny. The whole bottom was just sparkly. Now I just have to decide what fabrics are going to go with this. I have a blast walking around the quilt store and just have these all laid out and sampling different fabrics with it. Okay, 2 more. Oh, look at that one. All right, the last one. Look at there. Just gorgeous. All right. let's get this cleaned up, and then I have one more little piece to do. I already know how I want to do that one. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Shelley. Okay. Trash can back over here. Okay, I'm going to do it once more because I'm changing colors. I wish you could see the surface of the water. It just sparkles from the iridescent paints we used last week. All right. So let me make a barrier here. All right. Okay, this time I didn't dump it in the water, rinse water. I dumped it in the trash can. That bottle of paint does not like me today. Let it fizzle. See, that the colors are pretty strong. It's just literally pushing that back. Oh, look at there. It's not floating on the... Okay, fine. All right. That is driving me crazy. Give this a swirl. Oh, I only need a little spot, and I think I see where I like it. So I need a little piece of tape. Look at that spot right there. Oh, this one would look good too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Look how that came out. Oh my goodness. And at an angle you can see the gold. Oh, it came out perfectly, just perfectly. Okay. Let me get another sheet of paper here. Oh no, I've got so much more pretty there, but I don't have anything else prepped to marble. Oh, that was just gorgeous. Okay. So I'll leave that there for a minute and I'll pull you back up. Hello. Oh, look at that. I just had an order on Etsy and I didn't hear the cha-ching. So that's all I have. I've got it on here crooked. That's all I have tonight. I just absolutely appreciate each and every one of you for being here tonight. And I hope you join me next week as well. Somewhere in the next week, I hope to do a little craft video with you, or craft live. So I hope you like it. There, I agree with that. Who said that? Oh, Shelly, I should have known. Yeah, pink has to be in there. You're just lucky I didn't do the quilt squares in pink again. Can't help it. Love the color. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a fantastic week. Remember, if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. It doesn't cost you anything, and it might just make their day. So take care, everyone. Love you all. Bye.